తలుపు కూడా ఎక్కువ తీవ. Good morning, friends. Good morning, friends. Today, as usual, we will go through the business news analysis for 22nd July 2021. So, we will go through this Business Standard newspaper. What are the various economic scenarios and business developments? So, one particular thing we have to observe is that yesterday, being a holiday due to the festival, we will have less amount of news items to discuss. Because all the exchanges, markets are closed, and corporates are not working. Anyhow, we will see what is being reported in the business press. So, first thing where big news item is this Byju's buys digital reading platform Epic for $500 million. So that way there is a huge developments in edtech companies. There's a lot of acquisitions and funding. PE and VC firms are active in the edtech area. So Byju's, it is India's most valuable startup. I think this is in billions of dollars, and it is going for an international expansion. So this is how the edtech is growing in India, and edtech being a, we have any advantage in India because we have a lot of talent, particularly very low cost talent. So that way they are leveraging on that. And you see the reports, $180 billion is the size of India's education sector as of financial year 20, according to the research firms IBEF. And the Byju's also acquired Akash for $1 billion. So this is how the education technology industry is going very fast in India, and a lot of value creation is going on. That's how the first news item. And the second item is COVID crimps budget housing market. So if you see here, this is what I am trying to analyze here. This is the housing market. This budget housing, excuse me. So there is a lot of transformation in the real estate market. So because of this COVID, people are upgrading their houses, in a sense. More 3 BHK sort of thing they are going, rather than earlier there is a lesser 2 BHK, 1 BHK. That's why they are saying that there is a lot of demand for luxury segments. So that is how there is some news on Infosys also, how Infosys is focusing on innovation, and they Salil Parekh, new CEO and MD. So after stabilization, they are going for growth. So some of the news items, and one more news item is Mahindra Lifespace goes aggressive on land buys. So Mahindra Lifespace is hugely expanding because they are entering into new projects in other cities. It is active in Hyderabad, of course, and there's a lot of activities are going up. And there is this India Cements news also, where they say that there is a lot of growth about in the after the COVID. India Cements is rebranding, and a lot of new developments are there. And I think particularly due in the COVID, I think construction industry has not got affected. There's a lot of boom, and there is growth in this construction sector. And one more thing is the auto financiers warn of surge in bad debt. So Bajaj Finance reported a 19% rise in bad debt for June quarter. And also Infosys gives work from office option to staff. So that is a strange thing. So earlier companies used to give work from home option. Now they are giving work from office. So now they are saying that no, working from office is a privilege because people are getting no bored when working from home. So it is working from office is being seen as a luxury. So that way, it is some sort of a HR strategy that they are trying to implement. And a lot of corporate results are there. Jubilant Foodworks, Havels, and I would say that this is because uneventful day because of holiday and all. But only one thing we can see is that markets are heavily upbeat because of recovery in Dow Jones, recovery in US markets. There is huge recovery, around 3.5% increase is there, coupled with the 2 days. We have to see what is happening today. Today also our market has factored in a lot of that enthusiasm, but being a expiry day, weekly expiry, weekly options expiry day, I think we can expect some volatility in our market. These are all something like general statements, what I would say. So somebody asked J.P. Morgan, what will happen to the stock market today? So J.P. Morgan replied that it will fluctuate. So they are all general comments. You can't say that it will have volatility. There is a lot of risk in the stock market. These are all general comments which are of no use to the listeners. So unless you have some view, some hypothesis, then you try to take a position. So in anything, skin in the game is important. If you are just advising people without skin in the game, that is a worst form of advice. And in stock market, thing is that richest people will take advice from very people who don't have money. So that way, I think that is a different point. We are going off track. I think that's how. And another news: Center plans big boost for MSMEs with a data bank. So MSMEs, Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprises, it is coming out with new plans and encouraging the MSMEs. There is a lot of activity going on in this. So this is some of the items. Some more company results are going up. I think a lot of news is there about insurance companies. Insurance provision pool gets these claims in second wave are 3 to 4 times the volume seen in the first wave. So there are a lot of claims are being reported about the insurance companies. These are all elevated death levels, and these insurance companies are getting affected. So insurance is a business where it is like prone to black swan events. So as we have discussed earlier also, the black swan event has a low probability of happening. When it happens, it has huge impact. Second property. Third property is after the fact it is explainable, easily explainable. So these are three properties of the black swan event. Like suppose nobody had thought that there can be a sort of terrorist attack with a aeroplane or flight. No? So it is a low probability event. But when it happened, it has high impact, huge damage. third thing is that after the event, people will come on and explain and retrospectively explain and comment and find out the reasons why it happened, how it should have been avoided. So before the fact, nobody knows, isn't it? These are all what you call black swan events, like how our ex-prime minister, Madam Indira Gandhi, has been shot dead by her own security guards. So now people will, it has low probability, high impact, and then people will come and explain. So like that, the black swan events, if you come to financial markets, the black swan events, normally we say that we assume a normal distribution in the stock market. The normal distribution says what, within 2 sigma almost 95% are there. Within 3 sigma 99.9% are there events. But in the stock market what happens is the more than 3 sigma events happen very commonly. That's why the assuming normal distribution and doing trading or activities in the stock market becomes dangerous. So the main conclusion of black swan is that large deviations are a common thing in the financial markets, and financial markets goes to extremes. Financial markets cause most pain to most players. That is how the markets are made up, or market mechanisms like that. And in another news you have that the bird flu death trouble for 90,000 crores poultry sector. So this poultry is also a lot of trouble, lot of sudden death of birds are happening. So this bird flu is, I think it is some of the problems with this poultry sector. And there is some controversy going on with respect to PNB Housing Finance and SEBI. We have seen that there is some controversy over valuation of a preferential share allotment. So this preferential share allotment, so if you see, when we are working on a book of stock market operations in this primary market, we are trying to discuss, clarify, and present in a neat format all these things. So all the issues have to go through a lot of regulations. We have Indian Companies Act, SEBI LODR regulations, SEBI ICDR regulations, SCRA Act, and Companies Act 2013. All these things, there are a lot of overlapping regulations. I think in this, there is a problem with this, how company interprets and how the SEBI interprets for the valuation. So valuation is about the SEBI contends that it has to appoint a registered valuer. Then only that preferential allotment pricing can be done. A lot of news about technology companies. I think some of these things I think I will be going through a selected news items which are of my expertise and knowledge. And now this ESG rating framework, not on the SEBI's agenda for now. So I think the ESG compliance, that is environment, social, and governance, because nowadays funds are also coming out that we want ESG compliance. So now, what do you mean by ESG? ESG means some of the companies are not no environment ESG friendly, like say cigarette making companies, liquor making companies, or some which emits carbon gases. All these things we are. This is I think related. ESG investing gains ground. I mean COVID. So ESG investing. Some funds are no very sustainable. What do you mean by business responsibility, sustainability reporting? These are new trends in corporate governance, and they have to. They are bringing into annual reports and all. Some funds are also like Kotak ESG opportunities funds, ICICI Prudential ESG fund, a lot of, and even indices are also coming into picture, like ESG indices, Nifty 100, ESG sector leaders. So what do you see that this is coming into a lot of prominence nowadays, and more pain in store for the market, say experts. These are, I think, I don't uh, give much importance to experts to the stock in the stock market. There are no experts in the stock markets. It is no only I'm very afraid of being called an expert in stock market. And oil surges 4%. I mean, better risk appetite. So these oils are also this oil price is moving up, and some interest rate news, that is floater funds rate gain on rate raise expectations. So this is a because of floating rate funds. These are all no interest rate funds or debt funds. So there is some optimism over metal stocks. So how the metals are raising, and a lot of demand for metals. And it's also paint companies, particularly Asian paints, input costs are rising. This is some news of how it is how their operating costs are take hit. They hit the profit reduction. And some more type of funds, risk return profiles can vary a lot among balanced advantage funds. Okay. So these are all some of the advertisements, mandatory advertisements they have to make when the companies announce results, particularly yearly results. So a lot of focus on renewable energy and green financing, solar energies. All these things are there. There is a particularly green capital chasing for companies. That means there are a lot of funds who are willing to invest in this ESG friendly companies. So that way they are encouraging decreasing the carbon footprint and also. And nowadays, and another interesting this thing is hiring gets AI power. So artificial intelligence is coming into all parts of our activities, like finance or your marketing or HR. All these things, artificial intelligence is taking place. So this is how the summary of today's business news. So most of them are not very significant news items, because of markets are closed and corporates are observing a holiday and all these things. We will review again tomorrow what are all the economic developments, business developments, corporate developments, and we'll try to correlate and extract some meaning depending upon our understanding and reading of these events. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.